Hello everyone, 1st of July 2025, 11 o'clock in the morning Moscow time, and this is a news summary from Moscow on my both channels on YouTube and Rumble. Thank you all for joining the stream. Many thanks to all the members of our community who will either join later on or will watch video of the stream during the day. A lot of news, dear friends, on some major development that I want to share in this program. And after news segment, let's have a short community chat, 15-20 minutes. And yes, I hope you will find this update informative and useful. I will just remind you that if you want to support my work, if you want to support my media project, you can do it through several means. You can donate through PayPal or the Boosty platforms. And when it comes to Boosty, dear friends, there was a message on the platform a few days ago. They are changing their bank partner. And if you were supporting from Boosty or plan to support through Boosty, platform might ask you to renew your information that you already had used on the platform. Hopefully, Boosty will start work better with this change, with this new financial partner that they have. Also, when it comes to support, you can obviously during the live streams, by the way, donate on Rumble, through Rumble platform. You can use Super Chat for that purpose and become also premium subscriber. And you can subscribe to my Patreon page where I have quite a lot of extra content on regular basis. And soon a new program is coming, by the way, when I will be the guest in a program. So I have some plans about that. Let's see how it will work out. Initially, pioneer programs will be published exclusively on Boosty and my page on Patreon. And afterwards, maybe on YouTube and Rumble also. Let's see how it will work out. Okay, that's been said, dear friends. All the links, all the addresses are this within the description box and in the pinned comment. And I guess we can start now. I have not seen comment from Banzo Beans, but probably he's here on Rumble, our moderator there. And anyways, many thanks to Banzo for helping me with the moderation. And let's start, dear friends. As I said, a lot of news to unpack. And I will start with this report that yesterday evening, Kiev regime, with assistance of NATO, and to be more precise, with assistance of UK, launched Storm Shadow cruise missiles to strike central parts of Donetsk city. And as a result of this strike on civilian residential area, by the way, at least one person was killed there, several people were wounded there. One of the missiles actually struck a residential apartment. I will show you now aftermath of that strike. Yet another terrorist act committed by Kiev regime and UK that is leading charge now in this proxy war, seems like, against Russia. And therefore, terrorism is becoming a main weapon or weapon of choice for this Western-backed terrorist regime of Zelensky and their British partners. Not surprisingly, UK, British secret services, British militaries are famous or infamous, one may say, for their crimes against humanity all over the world, right? There is a history on that. And let me show you now videos of Let me show. I mean, let's see from the beginning. By the way, you can see it's a civilian residential area. By the way, you can see residential apartment being hit and in flames. There is another video on that attack. You know, that's what UK is, by the way. That's what United Kingdom is, and their proxies in Kiev, terrorists, right? Elites, I'm talking about, so-called. As I said, at least one person was killed there as a result of this attack, and several people were wounded. Also, according to reports, Kiev regime, with assistance of UK and other NATO member states, struck Lugansk too, and casualties were reported there also. And well, this is not all. Overnight, Kiev regime launched about more than 60 drones to strike deep inside the Russian territory. Overnight, early hours of this morning, obviously, yet again, with assistance of UK and number of other NATO member states that are providing Kiev regime not just with the drones themselves, but also targeting data. And this morning, for example, reports start coming in about drones that struck industrial area in Izhevsk city. And well, we have this report on that matter. There are casualties in a drone attack on their enterprise in Izhevsk. Firefighters are putting out the fire. The head of Udmurtia, Alexander Brichalov, said on the Telegram channels. All forces and their means are working at the site. Their employees of their enterprise have been evacuated. They are victims. The victims are receiving the necessary medical assistance. Firefighters are eliminating the sources of fire, and I can show you a video on that strike. Also, dear friends. So this is a type of drone. And this is another footage of a fire from their enterprise itself. Industrial area was hit, and also you can see residential apartments nearby. So local authorities will do whatever is necessary to make sure that people, civilians, are safe, of course. But yet again, this is the face, by the way, of NATO. This is the face of UK. I think it is no longer point to say that Kiev regime struck Russia. It's NATO. It's NATO that conducts on daily basis these attacks on Russia. And I wonder what has had to happen for a Russian president to say enough is enough, and when Russia will truly begin retaliating on Russian enemies. That is US, UK, Germany, France, and there are other NATO member states. Because retaliatory strikes on NATO proxy Kiev regime is clearly not enough, isn't it? It's just clearly not enough. How many more Russian citizens have to be killed by US and UK and Germans and French to retaliate? Finally. I don't know, man. I'm just sick and tired of seeing this type of news on daily basis when these NATO countries are killing our civilians left and right, and we still are exercising, restraint. I mean, for how long? And this is just crazy, man. And when it comes to British terrorism, by the way, this is not all. These attacks on Russian soil is not enough for a British terrorist aristocracy, royal family, and so-called elites. They are conducting terrorist attacks on Russian tankers also. British secret services and militaries are engaged not for a week or two, but for many, many months now in terrorist attacks on vessels that are somewhat related with Russia, either directly or indirectly. And for example, we have this report that oil tanker explodes off Libya coast after calling at the after sealing at the Russian port. This was reported by Bloomberg, Western propaganda outlet, right? No one can say that Bloomberg is pro-Russian. An oil tanker carrying around 1 million barrels of crude has exploded off the coast of Libya. No injuries or pollution have been reported, and the cause of the blast remains unclear. Well, I mean, everything is very clear, by the way. UK, British intelligence, with active use of their proxy Ukrainians, are targeting vessels, by the way, that are directly or indirectly linked to Russia. It's very clear. There is nothing to guess about here, right? The Marshall Islands flagged tanker Villamoura had departed Libya's Zuetina port and was on route to Gibraltar when the explosion occurred on June 27, followed by flooding the engine room that left the vessel adrift. Spokesperson for the operator TMC Tankers told their media on Monday, "It is the latest in a string of unexplained blasts involving oil tankers that had recently visited Russian ports," Bloomberg noted. According to vessel tracking data, this vessel, Villa Moura, sailed at the Russia's Ust-Luga oil terminal in early April, and the Caspian Pipeline Consortium facility near Novorossiysk in May, both of which primarily handle Kazakh origin oil. So you see, dear friends, this is not the first time when UK and their proxy Ukrainians are attacking vessels that are connected either directly or indirectly are linked to Russia. And this is definitely not the first time when very same British terrorist aristocracy, royal family, bloodthirsty royal family of UK and their so-called elites are targeting this consortium, by the way, Caspian Pipeline Consortium, in which mainly serves, by the way, as a mean to transport Kazakhstani oil, not even Russian oil, but Kazakhstani oil, right? And one may ask, why would the UK, and by the way, one of the biggest shareholders in this company are American companies, right? In this Caspian Pipeline Consortium. And one might ask, well, why would British elites, British Secret Services attack US interests? Well, they will, and they already are attacking interests of the US businesses because they are competing. We all remember, by the way, that some time ago there was reports that a number of influential business groups in US were considering to invest in Nord Stream pipeline, to invest in South Stream pipeline or Turk Stream pipeline, as it also known. And these groups also share their intention to buy Ukraine's pipeline network. And their intention is, according to reports in the media, including Western media, to buy Russian gas on the border and then to transport this gas to Europe, gas and oil, by the way, through their pipeline network, if they will be able to invest in these projects, right? And become either full owners or partial owners, right? And London don't want this to happen. And you know why? Because British royal family, British aristocracy is a driving force behind the globalism, right? And globalists, by the way, want complete control over this world. And they see America first people as their enemies, as their obstacle. And that's why time and again London is targeting US interests or their fields where US interests are presented. And they are not shying away from terrorism, by the way. Never did. Yet again, these are blood-sucking, despicable scum of humanity. British aristocracy, British royal family, by the way. That's what they are. Nothing to be said about so-called elites, political class of UK that are servants of this scum, right? So that's the face of modern UK, by the way. Terrorists, bloodthirsty terrorists, man. And no one should be surprised, by the way, either in the Baltic Sea, citizens of the Baltic, of the countries that are, in the Baltic region, no one should be surprised from Europeans, let's say, that are living also in Mediterranean coast, and even British citizens, by the way, ordinary British citizens that have nothing to do with their terrorist anti-human activity of their royal family there and their aristocracy. British ordinary citizens also should not be surprised if one day they wake up and they see tankers freaking exploding on their shores, and the entire shore is dark because of their oil spill. That might happen in the Baltics. That might happen on the shores of a United Kingdom, and that might happen in the Mediterranean on the shores of France, Italy, Spain, right? That's the direction that this terrorist British royal family and British aristocracy is pushing this world, and Europeans included. And I think at this point it's only a matter of time, and there's some massive environmental disaster, or disasters, by the way, going to happen in all directions that I mentioned, in a so-called English Channel or La Manche, also in the Baltics, potentially in the North Sea too, and in Mediterranean. It's just a matter of time, because globalists, by the way, have no reverse gear. Globalists have no brakes, and they will push, right, this world towards total disaster as long as they exist. So therefore, just mark my word, by the way, and remember, when ecological disasters happen, remember that, well, Levon was warning about it, right? Because it's going to happen, by the way. It's only a matter of time. Hello, everyone. I hope you find informative and useful this short clip from main news update. And if so, please click that like button and leave some commentary just about anything. It might help to deal with the algorithm and reach wider audience. And if you like my work in general and want to support to save this media project, you can assist through several ways. You can donate to this project through PayPal platform or Boosty, also with the crypto currencies, or you can subscribe to my Patreon page and page on Boosty, where I have quite a lot of extra content on regular basis. All the links are on this video in description box and in the pinned comment. And of course, many thanks to everyone who already helped and continues to support. Thank you.